I was pumped when I saw Casey sing. That was awesome. It's about 23 months ago. I called Seacrets my home, and I decided to give everything I had to Seacrets and to this community. But this event, something about this event, I can't find a smile on my face. I just can't. It's great promotion, great trainings, and I get the chance to be with you this long weekend, but I couldn't find the smile on my face because I'm so intense. I'm just so intense because with all this exciting announcement, great product launching, especially the comb, I'm about, especially two comb. I'm about to go back to California and start selling comb to monks. So if you guys want to know how to sell comb to monks, you should come and ask me. That would be really good. But why this weekend is so important? Because we obviously have grown so much in the last 23 months, very much. And the reason I'm not smiling is because I know this is a very crucial, very important moment. And I don't want to enjoy, and I don't want to celebrate, because I want to take everything that came out of this weekend training and maximize that knowledge and build something so significant that I can leave behind for my children. And I hope that you guys do not celebrate too fast, too soon, and get too excited because of the great promotion. I really want you to capture this moment. And this moment is not going to come second around for you. And if you not capture this, you will miss it out. And that's the reason why I can't smile. And people thought that I'm upset at someone. No, if I upset someone, I kill them. But the reason is I don't want to miss it. So I'm about to share with you one of the very important subjects. That's called time management. And when my mentor, when I got in, and my mentor said, Khai, time management is the most important things for your success. So I'm going to read with you word by word so you guys can write this down, because remember, if you get everything correct, you get free gifts. I don't know what that is, maybe a free bottle of water or something like that, but it's important. So this is an obvious yet often overlooked truth. Rich people have 24 hours, and the poor also have 24 hours. And the difference between the rich and the poor is in the management of that time. Wow. How many of you guys feel like, oh my gosh, I wish I had more time? Yeah? You guess what? John and Love have the same amount of time with you, like you. So stop crying. We have around 168 hours in a week. How many of you guys actually do that calculation? Average of us sleep around 56 hours. We work average around 40 hours. We spend around 42 hours for our family commute and eating, showering, and all that kind of stuff. We have around 30 hours to build our dream. And this is the most emotional subject for me. And here's the reason why. People saw I travel a lot. People saw I work a lot. And they often come to me and ask me this question. Khai, this must be very hard for you because you have 3 young kids. And how do you do that? And actually, when they say that, it's just so hard for me. Here's the thing. Let me tell you how hard it is when you don't have time for your family. It's like you chop off one of your hands. Would you think it's hard? Yeah. You know what? Most of my time in the last 23 months, this is how often I see my kid. I see my kid through Viber. I see my kid through FaceTime. My kids kiss me more on the phone than on the cheek. And my kid's getting used to it. So as soon as I FaceTime my kid, 2 girls fighting for the iPhone and start kissing the iPhone. And that is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. That's not easy. So why would a guy like me do that? Is that hard? I think it's very hard. Do you guys think it's hard? Yeah. But here's the reason why I do it. You rather be hard in 3 to 5 years. You rather sacrifice 3 in 5 years. You rather do that than sacrifice for the rest of your life. It's true. Think about it, guys. Do you think it's hard that if you sleep at night and thinking, what happened if I lose my job tomorrow? You guys ever think that? Do you ever think, like, what happened if my car breaks down tomorrow? What happened if my spouse gets sick tomorrow? Do you ever think that? That's hard. If you get to think that over and over again, that's hard. Now think about that for the next 40 years. Is that hard? Yeah. So it's very hard for me to kiss my kids on the iPhone every day. It's very hard. It's very hard that if my kid gets sick, it's going to take me 18 hours to fly back to Vietnam to take care of them. It's very hard that one of my youngest girls, I don't even know which one, the youngest one, this one. That's almost passed away in my hand when I was in Vietnam with them 6 months ago. But here's the thing. It will be harder if I know for sure in the next 30 years, suffering, thinking every day, what have, I lost my job. So that's harder, right, ladies and gentlemen? So it's important for us to realize that our time is precious. Everything you lose, you can find back. But time you cannot buy back. And this is the most crucial subject and a really emotional subject for me because a lot of people are wondering, what the heck do I do? Why do I traveling around? The reason I'm traveling around, the reason I work so hard, the reason that you see me always on the phone is because I love my family. It's not because I don't love them. If I don't love them, I don't pop them out like popcorn. You guys get the point now as a parents? Okay? So let's move on. We have 24 hours a day, 168 hours a week, 52 weeks out of the year, 8,736 hours a year. I'm looking at the longevity in US right now, 74.8, something like that, pretty close. And I did a calculation. I say, oh my gosh, I have another 1,850 weeks left to live. You guys ever do that kind of calculation? So when you do that kind of calculation, do you have a lot of time to waste? No, right? You guys see this? Now, if you want to become a 7-figure income earner, and look at this one, you'll be earning $114.46 an hour, 1.9, almost $2 per minute. When I saw 1.9 a minute, I said, oh my goodness, I got to cut down on the time I sit on the toilet. I'm losing around $30 every single visit. So are you guys investing your time or are you wasting your time? You guys see this? The reason we are not maximizing our time is because we don't know how much time we have left. How many of you know for sure, tomorrow you're still alive? How many of you know for sure? I used to be a really arrogant guy like my brother Tommy Tell. And I say this, I will never get fat. I was really fit. I worked out 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was really fit like a Marine. I will never get fat. And you know what? One day, wake up, I was paralyzed from my neck down, can't run anymore. Right now, I'm afraid to get fat. I see food, I don't dare to eat them anymore. You guys see how things change very quickly? I lost everything in the blink of eyes. And if you think that kind of way, you will never waste any minute because life can be gone like this. So if it's happened like this, what happened to your family? So that's the reason why a lot of people ask me, why are you working so hard? You don't know tomorrow. You know what? Because I love my family. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Do you love your family enough that you want to make sure that you do whatever you can? Yes. Yeah? To make sure that if something happens, we don't regret. So are you investing in your time or are you wasting your time? Investing. Thank you, guys. Number 2 principle is very important principle, is that Run your day, run the day. Don't let it run your day, right? So I'm not going to follow the slide word by word, guys, but you guys get the idea with the slides on top. So when should you start your day?
Day before.
When you finish it. What does that mean, guys? The night before.
Yep.
Right? So before you close your eyes, spend 15 minutes to plan it out. You will get so much work done if you do that. You will feel so good, so proud, so you can go to bed and sleep well. You see, when I was in school and I was struggling with English, and I was super good with math, you know, maybe because I have some kind of Asian disease in me or something. And I was struggling with English. I always pushed English subject to the end. So my father taught me one thing really good, and I still apply it in my business today. The hardest thing, do it first. Because the hardest thing, do it first, because that is the most important things. Today, you know, I was listening to Les Brown. I don't remember word by word, but what did he say? If it's the easy what? If you do the easy thing, you're going to have a hard life, right? Yeah, that was true, isn't it? So I guess my father's pretty smart. That's cool. Now, so once you finish it, then you go to bed, right? That's how you start your days. So don't just your memory, plan your day the night before you go to bed. That's great, right, guys? Okay. Number 3 principle, major time versus minor time. So when you do something, do you ever ask, is this a major time or is it a minor time? Do you ever ask that? No. So I learned one thing, I don't remember what I learned, is to say, keep the main things. Okay? That means you do the most important things first. A lot of people, when they start going prospecting, the time they spend on the minor things on the way to meet the prospect, more than the time they actually prospect. You guys know that? They take time to comb their hair, brush their teeth, put makeup on, dress it up, walk back and forth, right? Drink a cup of coffee so I can be alert. Driving, stop by Starbucks, get a triple shot. You guys see all these kind of things? That's called what? The minor things. Because they are preparing to do what? The presentation. So the minor things, we have to understand when we get into this business, we have to understand one thing. Keep the main thing, so focus on what? The major things. So what is the major thing? The major thing is, the major time is when you spend the time in front of the prospect. The minor time is when you spend the time on the way to meet prospect, or when you spend the time to prepare to meet the prospect. You guys see that? So if we have 30 hours a week to build our dream, you should spend 30 hours on prospecting. That means you should meet at least 15 prospects, because if you think about it, you have 2 hours to prepare and meet the prospect. You will meet 15 prospects in a week. Imagine your business will explode. How big it will be exploding if you spend 30 hours a week to build your dream, meet 15 prospects. Guys, think about it. This is going to be triple of what? Of wow party. So what is the S for S? 2 wow party a week, right? Yeah. Each wow party is 2 hours. Imagine you do 15 times. Will you become a 7-figure income earner? Yeah. You guys see this? Yeah. It's all about time management, about prioritize what you need to do and what you don't need to do, right? Okay, the number 4 principle, concentrate like an ant. Let nothing stand in your way and let nothing distract you from the task. When an ant goes somewhere and you try to stop them, they will look for another way and under and around, okay? Now, I want to share with you a story about this one. So, you know, when you know exactly your goal and where you're going, when you know exactly where you're going and what is your goal, nobody can stop you. And I want to share with you why this is so important to me, and I want to share with you this is real experience, and you want to listen to this one. When I got into network marketing, I was shy, really shy, because I came from a background that, you know, your parents don't encourage you to be better. You know, they just say, son, don't climb too high. When you fall, it's going to hurt. That's how my parents introduced me to this world. So I'm really shy. I'm really afraid of the crowd. I'm really afraid to stand on stage. In fact, one of my mentors, Craig Holiday, he called me on the stage one time, and I was shaking. My sweat started coming out. And my face was all frozen. Okay, that's how shy it is. So one of the leaders that I met back in the day, he said, Khai, you sell on stage. You don't sell on the backstage. The big money is on stage. It's not on the back. So I have to overcome my fear. Stage fear or speaking in front of the crowd. I have to overcome those fears because why? Because I know exactly where I want to go, right? So at night, when I start network marketing, when my wife didn't support me, she totally against it. She find way to demotivate me. So I stopped doing network marketing. So what I do is at night around 2 o'clock in the morning, I know for sure she sleep. I go downstairs, go to the guest room, lock the door, and I will practice my speech. That's how I do it. So she thought I was crazy. You know, she thought that somebody what do you call it, hypnotized me? You know, she thought I was crazy. So the reason I did that is because I'm looking and say, you know what? She stopped me from going to where I want to go. That means I want to conquer my fear. I want to be on stage. I want to sell from the stage because I want to make money like the people on stage. And if she's trying to destroy my confidence, I'm going to go around her. You guys see this? Yep. So at night when she sleeps, what happened? I become a crazy man stand in front of the mirror and speak in front of the mirror at 2 a.m. So when you concentrate on your goal, you know exactly where you're going, you concentrate on the goal, nothing's going to stop you because you're either going to go over it, around it, or under it. You guys see that, guys? Yeah. Yes. The fifth one. The skill that makes the labor more valuable. You can chop a tree with a hammer, but it takes 30 days. That's called labor. Or you can trade the hammer for an axe. You can chop the tree down in 30 minutes. What is different between 30 days and 30 minutes is called skills. So you see that? You don't have to speak English correctly. You still can do it. It's good. You know, it's make me happy. So do what you can. That's called labor. But also do the best that you can do. That's improve the skill. Labor combined with skill will start producing miracle. Okay? I want to give you a story before I close this one. The story about back home, back in Vietnam, in a village. So I remember there was a company came to our village and say, hey, we're gonna pay you 1,000 dong. Okay, we're just gonna say $1,000 make it sound better. 1,000 dong for you to chop down one tree. Okay, every tree you chop down, we pay you 1,000 dong. Okay, so there's a young man. He's around 5'5", very good-looking, bald head. He started picking up an axe and go chop the tree. So the first day he chopped 10 trees. He went home and get what? What's that? 10,000 dong. He's all fired up. Next day he went chop again. He said, this time I'm going to chop 12. He chopped all day, came home with 9 trees. What did he get now? Why is it so slow, guys? You guys are going down 9,000 dong. And said, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to chop 13 trees. He went out and chopped again, and he got 8. The next day he got 7, and he don't know why. You know why? The axe is getting what? Dull. So many of us, when we get into this business, some of us started out, go to a lot of trainings, and we stop. Some of us start getting a lot of success, quick success, fast success, then we stop. Right? Is that true? Yes. And some of us getting big head because we know everything now. Right? And we stop. Guys, it's important for us to work smart. It's important for us to work smart and work hard. And it's very important for us always what? Sharpen our axe. And so, ladies and gentlemen, when is a good time for you to learn the skills? Now. When is the next event that you will have to be there? Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for a good day.